In this episode, you could be angry, but don't be mean to anybody. And what's the word?
And on the flip side, someone is finally stepping up to the plate and exposing all of you LinkedIn influencers, and find out why Mike and I are finally vindicated on one of the hottest takes we've had on this podcast. Mike, hit the music.
Hey, good morning, Kanye. And welcome back to another episode of the Funny Business Podcast. We're not telling everybody to shut the up. If you've seen that Vine or if you've seen that TMZ report of somebody standing outside of Kanye's, I think, house at like 2 a.m., that's where he got it from. But welcome back. For those who are returning, thank you for joining us again. For those who are new, welcome. We're a podcast, two best friends, just trying to talk about random things. But most importantly, here to put a smile on your face. I am Mike Gambita. Alongside with me is my best friend, my roommate for life, soon to be best man, but not for a long time, but a good time, Mr. Matt Summers. Matt, how are you? How are things?
I'm here. I'm vibing. We're fine. Battling a bit of a cold, which is a little under the weather, but it's my flu podcast. We all get like this once in a while. Mike, I know you were a little under the weather last week.
Yeah, I'm sorry I kissed you.
It's people are asking, it's a coincidence. I see you last week when you were under the weather. And now this week I'm under the weather. It's funny how that works out,
Yeah. And then you're putting on your tap dancing shoes later on after this recording, and you'll have your sick dance too. Your flu dance.
Have I talked about that on the podcast yet?
I don't think you have.
So I am. This is going to be the hardest episode.
Oh man!
To not breathe into the microphone.
Does somebody else use that microphone?
No, but I just don't want people to hear me breathing the whole time.
Oh, okay.
Here, I'll tell them right down a smidge. That's disgusting.
Well, that sounds more snoring.
that was like my old deceased dog snoring.
Bump that shit back up. Yeah, bump it up.
Bump it up. Is that better?
Well, wherever you had it the last point, so you're good.
All right, well, that's fine.
There you go.
Anyway, so yeah, I'm filling in for my girlfriend's sister. Her dance company studio does a recital. They always do a dad's dance every year. I'm stepping in to dance with her for dad's dance. So every Tuesday after we record, or I guess this is every Tuesday, for the next couple of weeks, I got dad's dance practice, which is fun. I will be dancing like a munchkin.
No,
which
you're
is, not. Yeah. Like, I didn't tell you that part?
No.
Yeah, no, I have a whole costume and everything. Luckily,
this is gonna be
bad. This is gonna be a great episode. Luckily, I'm in the back for most of it, so it could be worse.
What could be? I was just gonna ask. What could be worse?
What could be worse?
Yeah,
having to have like a lead in it would be worse. Which no one really has a quote unquote like lead, but some dads have like special parts.
I was expecting you to have like a Dancing of the Stars routine, and then we rate you from a scale of 1 to 10.
It's probably going to be somewhere in like a 6 or a 7.
Okay.
I feel like we haven't learned all of it. It's a long, it's like I'm not on stage the whole time, but I think it's like a 5-minute like total thing.
Matt, you've done that before. You could do it
I've done that in my freaking sleep.
Oh man. Well, best of luck dancing and celebrating and enjoying yourself. We're obviously going to want pictures. So April, if you're listening, we want pictures of Matt and his munchkin costume.
I'm sure there will be a video that we will not be sharing.
I'm so looking forward to it. Anyway, let's dive into today's show. Today, we're playing What's the Word? Our favorite game to spur the moment conversation, bring up some heated discussion based on whether it's a word or not, or if I'm pronouncing it correctly. But more importantly, basing off a discussion. I'm on randomwordgenerator.com. I have to click to pick a word, but as tradition, Matt, how many clicks will I need to click first to get to our first word?
Well, today's date is the 14th, and we are in the 5th month of May. 14 minus 5 is 9.
I thought you were going to plus it or times it.
No, so 7 clicks.
7. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Gotta keep you on your toes. On your toes.
So we see a word, we discuss it, whatever comes to mind. Matt, the first word is secure.
Secure. There's a you ever seen the Pink Panther?
A little bit here and there. I never saw the full thing.
Great movie. We just watched it a little while ago, and there's a scene where Steve Martin, the main character, he thinks there's like a person hiding behind the curtains, and there's just not. At one point there is, because he does it multiple times in the movie, and he starts walking over with like an umbrella. He's like, "Lovely weather we are having. I hope the weather continues." And then he just beats the shit out of the curtain with an umbrella. There's nobody there, and he turns around and he just goes, "The area is secure." Great film. Iconic line.
That's you gotta put that on the list.
Oh, it's a great film. Great film.
We watched speaking of films, we watched Anything But You.
Oh, how was it?
Oh wait, is it Anything or Anyone But You?
That's the one with Colin something is his name.
Colin.
What's the guy's name that's in that?
Well, everybody knows that Sydney Sweeney's in that film, so.
Oh, she is? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you're telling me now for the first time.
Yeah, it's okay, Matt. Glenn Powell.
Yeah, Glenn Powell. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The star of the show.
I had to explain to Jenna. I was like, well, I said people are more enjoying this because of the woman in this show. It wasn't that bad. And I say that in like wasn't that bad type of way.
I heard it was a good movie.
It was decent, you know? I think it was just a lot of zingers. Like there was just too many zingers coupled together. But it was decent. A decent time to celebrate a show like Anyone But You, not Anything But You.
Anyone. So rate it on a scale of 1 to 10 popcorn kernels.
Popcorn kernels.
Yeah.
7.5.
All right, I feel like that's a good score.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good pizza score.
It's a good amount of popcorn kernels.
All right, next one. Hang.
You know what would be a great TV show idea?
Hang on.
Hangman.
Oh, I thought. Oh,
like Hangman for money.
Yeah.
That's how has no one done that?
Do you feel it is though when we play Hangman, it is I don't want to say it's suicidal, but like you're literally hanging a man when you're doing Hangman.
That's okay. That's a good point. So maybe you just change the name somehow.
Monkey, no. Monkey hanging on the rope, or monkey hanging by the banana.
Yeah, you could change it like he's swinging. Swing rope.
I actually do want to see alternative. Oh, it's called Snowman.
That works too.
Don't melt the snowman. The difference is every time you guess a letter that is not in the word, you remove a limb.
Oh, I was thinking you just add a log to the fire. That makes it melt.
No, it's removing pieces of the snowman.
I mean, that works too. That'd be a good game show.
Yeah.
Yeah, who would be a good host for that?
I was gonna say it's got to be a comedian.
Yeah, the way John Mulaney. I don't know why his name kept popping in my head first. That'd be interesting. Tracy Morgan. We gotta get Tracy Morgan back on TV. The dude's hysterical.
My favorite is that Mikey Day from SNL.
Yeah, he's very underrated.
So he actually hosts Is It Cake? Did you ever watch that on Netflix?
Oh no, I didn't know he hosts that.
So of course, when Jenna starts watching it, I'm like, oh, that guy's from SNL, and she goes, really? I'm like, yeah. I said, and then like you see how he's like presenting himself on the show, and I just think to myself, like, of all like the idiotic roles he's played in SNL. And then another show that we watched was called Unfrosted. It was about how the Pop-Tart, kind of a comedy where Jerry Seinfeld's in it.
I heard that
Amy
was
Schumer.
awful.
It's decent. Jenna was 100% distracted with just, I think, doing something else that was better than watching Unfrosted, probably doing work or doing a module for professional development. It was doing something for professional development was better than watching the show.
Watching a show about Pop-Tarts.
Yeah. Next word, chief.
Chief. What would you do if like I just started calling you Chief?
At ease, son.
I feel like that's kind of an insulting name to call someone.
Okay. I also have something very insulting / we need to talk about it.
Okay.
Chief of staff.
I don't know. I don't know what that is.
You don't know what a chief of staff is?
Is that just like the head person of someone's staff?
So it's like President Biden has a chief of staff.
Oh, is that like his council?
No, it's his cabinet.
Cabinet. Yeah.
But chief of staff, like he has somebody that. Let me actually bring up the true definition of it. But
yeah, you gotta explain this to me like I'm 5.
Let me put it. A senior staff officer of a service or command. So the way I've always explained it to people is that a chief of staff is like the person's right-hand man.
So it's like Biden's bitch.
You could basically ask your chief of staff and they would respond or have the same answer as if you asked the president or the senior level person.
Okay.
Personally, I think there's no purpose behind chiefs of staff.
Yeah, I feel like it's just kind of like a decoy in a way.
Yeah, and even it dives into it. Like if we're looking at President Biden's cabinet, like there is a person responsible for every quote department, like Department of Education. Like you don't go to the chief of staff if you have a Department of Education question. Go to the person who's doing the Department of Education.
Yeah, I think that makes sense, and also would give that person more leadership and more things to do.
All right, next one. Cancel.
Cancel.
You know what they need to cancel?
What?
It's a little foreshadowing into my later on in the segment, but people who treat LinkedIn like it's their life.
Yeah, no, those people need their lives.
Like even like I went to the grocery store today. Here's how I figured it out using compartmentalization in a private B2B sales. Like, just go grocery shopping.
Yeah, that is true. But you know what's also blows my mind? Those posts have like hundreds and thousands of likes and shares and comments. It's like, who is reading this?
Because it's the other people who say the same shit that's supporting each other. It's people supporting other people. Like that is the case.
It's absolutely ridiculous. LinkedIn is getting out of hand, and I've actually started posting a little more on LinkedIn here and there.
I see that.
Thank you, appreciate that. It's a good tool, but man, some of these people take it way too far. It's getting out of hand.
All right, next one. Pressure.
You know what I'm scared to do at one point when I get older?
You're under pressure.
No, and this is going to make me sound like a beta. I'm really scared to use like a pressure washer.
Why?
I feel like I'm not going to be able to control it.
You didn't use a pressure washer as a kid?
No. What would I have used the pressure washer as a kid for?
To help dad with the house or something like that.
No, my dad would just use the pressure washer. I'm afraid I'm just going to take it. It's just going to go like flying everywhere.
You ever wash your car at a car wash?
Yeah.
Basically the same thing.
Oh, I can do that in my sleep. Are you kidding me? I just conquered my own fear.
Rock-a-bye, Matthew, on the treetop. When the pressure washer blows, the cradle will rock.
Dude, you just made me conquer my own fear in the matter of like 45 seconds.
I'm no therapist, but I'm here to help.
Yeah, I'm not paying you either.
Don't tell me what to do. All right, next one. Lost.
Did you ever watch the TV show Lost?
My parents did.
I never got into it.
Mm-hmm. I feel as though Jenna and I could probably get back on that train. Like, we just finished Manifest. We're looking for a TV show. Like, I'll be damned if we hop on Lost.
Yeah. That was like huge. Everybody loved that show.
I was terrified of it. Like, when my parents put on Lost, I was like, yep, time to go in the other room. I don't want to watch it.
I don't think I've ever watched like a second of it. Like,
I didn't either. I didn't either. I think it also involves a plane too, which is also a follow-up to Manifest.
What's Manifest?
It's about this plane that disappears and like a group of people around this plane. But when they return, the world has moved 8 years later.
Interesting.
And like they have these like weird like callings that impact their life.
I like that.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
There we go. That's easy.
We'll do two more.
Thank you.
Display.
I'm not gonna lie. First thing I thought I heard you say was display.
Display.
And I was like, slay, girl.
Display.
Display. You know what? I need to find a place to display.
What?
I have a little a brick from some place that's just been chilling on my desk, and I don't know where to put it.
Oh, a nice paperweight.
Yeah, a nice little paperweight. It's in a nice case already. Good backdrop.
You didn't go dumpster diving for that brick, did you?
No, I did not.
Okay.
On a more serious note, though, what's like when you get your man cave? Like, let's say you're a dream man cave. What are you displaying in your man cave?
I'm like looking around my guest room because I kind of am manifesting a man cave over here. Definitely beer signs.
Yeah.
Like I have one in this room here. For those who don't remember, and I will absolutely. I'm drinking one right now, actually. New Trail. It looked like a bottom of a footprint, and then like a triangle, and then there was like a tree, and then a hop that was behind it. That was behind me during my times at my last apartment, and then I got like a couple. It was very funny. My great uncle Stanley, God rest his soul, he when he showed me his house, we were like going into the basement, and he goes, and that's my ego wall over there. And he was a former cop. And like, I'll carry that with me until the day that I die as well. Like, it's my ego wall. Like, it's shit about me. And the only person who looks at it is me. So it's my ego wall.
I like that ego wall.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody needs a good ego wall.
You have any? Well, you have your lightsaber.
The light. Oh,
it works.
I said this on stream, didn't say it on the podcast. So speaking of, thank you, Mike, for reminding me.
You're welcome.
For those, I think I mentioned a little while ago, my lightsabers was not turning on for months. On Thursday last week, we go to stream, and I'm like, you know what? If I try really hard enough and use the Force, if I go to turn it on, it'll just turn on. And it just turned on, which means, of course, I have the Force.
It's not proven until guilty.
Yeah, correct. But lightsaber, I feel like I have to get like a framed sports jersey. I don't know what that is of. I do have a game used Troy Polamalu Steelers jersey. That's that's gonna be up there. That's in my closet.
Oh.
I actually won it at like a basket raffle.
Of course. Matt, you want to talk about all the other TVs that your family wanted in a basket raffle? This
was long before my dad won like 3 TVs. We do have good luck at basket raffles. Do you want an LED sign in your man cave?
I wouldn't mind LED lights. Like if I have like a bar downstairs, like I wouldn't mind having like LED lights either underneath the bar or kind of like behind the frame of where my lights are. Like that's probably where I would want them.
I have a hot take. I think LED lights like that, I think they suck.
Okay.
I think it's too much of like a fake light, and I understand it's LED. They mess up my eyes too much. Yeah, I don't love them too much, but I don't know. I don't know if I want like an LED sign either. Like it would be cool to have like a Miller Lite LED sign or like a Funny Business LED sign over here. I feel like it takes up a lot of electricity.
I think I think it's called sheet metal. Like having what I have for my new trail sign. Like I like that. Like that's
those
nice.
Are cool.
It's clean. It's fresh. It's decent.
I agree. I like those a lot.
All right. I said 2 more, but I'm actually throwing into a new mini segment that may be a future segment.
Oh, okay.
So in randomwordgenerator.com, there's a whole bunch of other random generators. And one of them is a random sentence generator.
Okay.
So to give you an example, I clicked generate random sentences. It says, they throw cabbage that turns your brain into an emotional baggage.
It's a lot of rhyming. Cabbage and baggage.
Yeah. So I'm going to click it. I'm going to read the sentence and we're going to interpret it as is. So,
okay.
The ice cream trucks bring back bad memories for all of us.
That's pretty true, because how many times did you hear the ice cream truck and A, you either couldn't find it or B, you're like, mom and dad wouldn't let you get ice cream from it.
I will say I'm living that nightmare right now where we live.
Does the ice cream truck come through your development?
There is an ice cream truck that comes through our development and I have seen it and people are like, well, why don't you stop it? And the moment when I have adult money, I don't have cash.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. They don't take card?
It's a truck. Based on what I saw on that ice cream truck, I don't think they take card, Matt.
I don't know. It's 2024. They might take card.
Yeah, there's some restaurants that still take cash only.
People need to adjust to places not taking cash, though. There's an instance of someone I know at their work who is not a decision maker, literally works part-time, was getting reamed at by an old man because they didn't take cash. Get with the times, dude. We're in the 21st century. Not what you think.
Oh, okay.
Different place. But it's 2024. You got a credit card, have cash, a little bit of cash with you is not a bad idea. Mm-hmm. But like, you can't just be mad anymore. You got to adjust.
You want to do one more?
Sure. Yeah.
I like it. All right. One more. You have every right to be angry, but that doesn't give you the right to be mean. That's
words to live by.
This is
random sentence generator might be like the next like LinkedIn influencer.
I think this speaks true because like you could vent, you could complain, but like for you to be mean at somebody like that's inappropriate.
Especially if they're not the person that made you mad or upset.
Correct.
Like, don't take it out on someone else.
Correct.
Yeah, I never try to like be mean to anybody. Even if I'm having a bad day, like I'll still like, I might not be like perky or whatever, but I always try to keep like an upbeat attitude and try not to let it affect my mood too much.
Yes, you should. But no, I mean, this might be a future segment here. There's a whole bunch of others. It is random word, noun, synonym, verb, name, adjective, sentence, phrase, paragraph, weird words, fake words, random letter generator, random number generator, cursive letters, random password generator, random Bible verses, pictures, wedding hashtags generator, random list, dinner ideas generator, breakfast ideas, yes, no, oracle, and so on.
How long do you think, if we just did random word generator, how long would it take until one of us correctly guessed which word popped up?
That sounds like a stream for us to have.
That would be hysterical.
We have run into that. Like we have done what's the word, and we have run into a word that we did in our last segment.
Yeah, I think it would probably take us over 24 hours.
Yeah, who knows? Maybe if we kind of put the parameters a little closer together, I think we'd be able to guess it. But
if we just did like adjective
was 7-letter words. So yeah, that random word generator and random sentence generator. If you would like us to do more, or if you'd like us to do another one, let us know.
All right, we will slide on in to the second half of the show and fit us up. Excuse me. Some say what? My voice has just gone directly downhill. Like if we're at the top of a roller coaster going down to start the roller coaster, that's where my voice is going. Just going straight down the toilet. I'll go first.
Okay.
This is not maybe like a hot take, but just a reminder. Bottled water is so superior to any other kind of water. Specifically, like we have a Brita, and I like the Brita water. But we recently just picked up a case of water. Obviously, the best bottled water is
regular water.
What's the best bottled water?
The best bottled water is any bottle of water that wants to sponsor us for our podcast.
Correct. Good answer. But like a cold bottle of water beats like a cup of Brita water 10 times out of 10.
I think Brita is a waste of money.
You know, I liked it at first, but I am also with you there. I think it is a waste of money. It also just stopped telling us when we need to change the filter, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, because I actually had to change a filter on our fridge this past weekend.
Oh, how was that?
My landlord was here, and I asked him, I said, how hard is that to change filter? He goes, really easy. He's like, if you want one of us to do it, that's fine. I'm like, no, I can figure it out. Let me do it. And it was just twisting the filter and putting on a new filter. I think the only difference was that there was air that was in between the water spout. So like we had to like get some of the air out. But other than that, it was easy as pie.
It's a piece of cake. I almost had my man card taken away yesterday. I feel like I almost had my man card taken away.
From changing a filter?
No. So my card told me my key battery and my key fob, the battery was low. So I was like, shit, I don't know how to change this. Like I can't even get it open. So I went to a local hardware place. April called them because I was at work and I was like, shoot, like it just went low. She called them. They said, yeah, we do that. So I went to the place, walked right to the back counter. I was like, hey, can you guys help me out with this? Like my car's saying the battery's low. I don't know how to change it. Literally, the guy does not say a word. Grabs my key fob, does his thing, pops it open, pops out the battery, goes under the counter, opens up a new battery pack, puts it in, closes it. Literally has not said a single word to me other than how can I help you? Scans the battery like to charge me. He goes $6.99. That's all he said. And I was like, this guy either hates me right now. I mean, it literally took him a minute and a half, but I felt like the biggest dweeb because like I just didn't know how to. I didn't know.
It was that same moment of like me going like windshield wipers and like just asking, and like the guy was just having a really bad day, and he like upfront told me, he's like, I'm just having a bad day, man. I'm like, okay, well, I hope you can help me, please. And I did not have him help me put on my windshield wipers. So
yeah, I also don't feel that bad because it literally only cost me like $7. So that's absolutely worth it to go there and just have them do it.
I mean, he only charged you for the battery. He didn't charge you for any labor either.
Correct, right. And if I break the key fob, then that's on me and I'm screwed.
Yeah. I'm also messing around with the wedding hashtags generator. I could do better for a job. The one hashtag
have you guys thought about what continue?
The hashtag is hashtag Jenna and Mike sitting in a tree. Yeah, so original.
Okay, that's what I was gonna ask. Have you thought about what your hashtag's gonna be?
No, not yet. That's
damn
little stuff.
That's like the second thing you decide on. First you pick a date, then you pick the hashtag, and then like who's in the party and all that stuff. Yeah.
And the venue comes like last. Like,
Yeah, the venue doesn't. Dude, food, forget about it. That doesn't matter.
Everyone can just have a hot dog if they want.
Yeah, actually, it goes date, hashtag, alcohol, guest list.
Yeah, don't even worry about the venue.
No.
Even if they provide you alcohol.
Correct.
Oh boy. Well, speaking of, that was a bad segue because you said, oh yeah, hashtags are a small thing. Speaking of small things, Matt, I went to Kohl's this past weekend.
Love Kohl's.
Kohl's Cash, baby.
Oh, it's the best.
So what I experienced was that there was a self-checkout for Kohl's.
Oh.
So I was like, let's do it. And, we started scanning stuff. I got my $10 Kohl's Cash taken off, and then I got an additional 40% taking off. And I was like, oh, let's go. I think I bought like a total of like 6 shirts. This one was included. So we get home and, we're happy-go-lucky. We just finished going to the driving range. We went to Kohl's. We went to Lowe's. We get home and I'm like, yeah, like time to throw on this. I felt something little bit heavy dangling from the shirt.
No.
It was a security tag.
No.
Yep. So I was like, okay, well, this is the only one that I found. So I started Googling how to remove a security tag from home. Very interesting observations of things to remove a security tag. The default that I came up with was sliding a fork underneath the security tag, taking another fork, putting it in between the security tag and the fork, and then pressing up so that way the metal part detaches from that. So I rip this shirt, like a decent hole. Jenna, who apparently knows how to sew, which like, thank God I'm wifing her up, sews this for me. And I was like, okay, good. Like, thank God it's the only one. The next day's church. I think to myself, let me try on one of my new shirts. Pull out the next one. It has a security tag on it. I'm like, son of a bitch. I said, let me just check. So I pull out, I think I have this 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. I have 5 shirts. 5 shirts that have a potential security tag on it. 3 of them have security tags.
Oh, no.
So now there was in self-checkout, there was a security tag remover that was at the self-checkout. And Jenna was like, well, that's dumb because they weren't there. And I'm like, yeah, there was a security tag remover on the self-checkout. But then I was too busy because it had the self-scanner too. So it was like the scanner gun. So you're like, beep, beep. Yeah, security tags are a bitch. Thankfully, the tag wasn't like up here, like in an area in which it's visible. Like it was on the seam on the bottom of your shirt. So it wasn't like too bad, but God forbid, man, like they're a bitch.
Yeah, that's brutal. I'm honestly surprised they do self-checkout if they know people have to take security tags off.
Mm-hmm. They're not that bad to remove. I think I've removed a security tag for some reason or another.
I've never done one from home. I think I always just took it back to the store, had them do it.
Well, the worst part was the entrance beepers did go off, but it was like beep, where like somewhere else is like so.
Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't like have like the gates come down and lock you in there.
And nobody stopped us. Like,
that's bizarre.
It was weird.
That is weird. Yeah. Kohl's is a great place though.
It is.
All right. My last one, Mike, congratulations. Let's give ourselves some snaps. We are officially smarter than everyone in the world.
Are we?
Yes, we are. You know why?
Why is that?
Comcast is getting together.
Oh, wait a minute. Here it is.
And offering a bundle of Netflix, Apple TV, and Peacock.
For sakes.
I also believe I saw Disney and Hulu are now bundling together.
They've been bundled.
And they've been bundled, yes. But this is the big one. Netflix, Apple TV, Peacock. You heard it here first, folks.
Oh my
Everybody's
God.
stealing our ideas. Cable is going to come back as just all streaming services combined into one. We were right. We should get credit. We should get what's not residuals. What's
royalties?
Royalties. I want. Hold on. What's we demand real quick? This is off the record. Everybody stop listening.
Private jet.
No, I'm thinking like $1 of every subscription we get.
Oh, no, I want 5.
Well, they said it's gonna be vastly like bundled.
Yeah, like a bundle is probably like $50 a month.
All right, the podcast started again. We want $5, so maybe subscription right to the funny business. We're gonna be rich. We told you so.
I remember seeing the comment. It was like, oh, like Comcast is suggesting this, this, and this. And the first comment is, so we're all going back to cable.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. It's life is a circle. It's just like, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, all jokes aside, it's a genius idea.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I think even those like ones that you don't want, like Peacock, like everybody wants Netflix, everybody wants Disney Plus, but like those small ones like Peacock, like nobody wants to get Peacock unless it's like super exclusive or like you're like religious to one of the shows on NBC. But I think it's decent. But again, we said it here first.
Yeah, I think even Apple TV. Like I know people do have Apple TV, but like I'm personally not just someone that's gonna just go out and buy it. Like I would love to watch Ted Lasso, but that's about it. But you bundle it in with Netflix and Peacock, and you can get sports now on some of these things. And Netflix is apparently going to have NFL games next year, which I have mixed feelings about, but it's a smart idea.
I will say that Apple TV Plus is getting a little bit better. They're actually pulling in movies that are not Apple TV Plus originals. Like I was able to watch 300 on Apple TV Plus.
That's lit.
The Spartan movie.
Yeah.
So it could be improving here or there. Who knows?
Love it.
All right. My last one, Matt, I kind of foreshadowed this. LinkedIn. Matt, I found a subreddit as if I am the asshole. There is a very popular LinkedIn, Reddit called LinkedIn Lunatics.
Oh, no.
And it just screenshots all of the shit that you see on LinkedIn. And it's just a kind of a, what do you call it? Just like a shit on type of post. So an example, somebody posted, yikes. And the person's post was, people who willfully leave a good tech career because they, quote, didn't feel supported by their colleagues are laughable to me. Don't worry. There's like 100,000 people who are happy to have a job because you gave up. Give me a break.
Wow.
Here's another one. Somebody posted, do you want, I'll actually read the post. His name is Ryan. He's like, you're alive? Act like it. Go outside. Call a friend. Hit the gym. Climb the mountain. Run until you can't. Lose your phone. Find yourself. And then somebody posted, do you want me to call a friend or lose my phone? Which hashtag inspiration is it, Ryan?
That's a great clapback.
Another one. Somebody posted pure 100% unfiltered bullshit. Today, I lost my son in the park. As any parent, I imagine the worst. ... As I was with the group of kids and suddenly my 10-year-old got out of sight, he has no phone and doesn't know my mobile number. While I was searching for him, some people came to him offering help. He told a woman that I used to work at LinkedIn. She immediately sent me an in-mail saying she was with him. Thanks a lot, Karen, for your help.
Oh, man.
Do you want one more?
Sure.
Okay, cool. Someone posted, take away a quarter of a candidate's salary for nothing. Foolproof. So this guy, pro tip, stop making having a college degree a hard requirement. Why disqualify a candidate with 5+ years of relevant experience just because they don't have an extremely expensive piece of paper? Instead, implement your own, quote, university. Drop the college degree requirement. But any candidate that doesn't have it must go through your newly implemented, quote, career expansion program. That will cost them 25% of their salary, paid through payroll deduction with each paycheck. Then don't actually implement any program. Just give them weekly credits for, quote, on-the-job training.
These people are out of control. It's ridiculous. It honestly makes LinkedIn like unscrollable at times. Like sometimes it's great and like it's actually your connections making posts and you can see who's doing what, where people are, what's going on. And other times it's just like who cares? And it's just it floods it. It clutters it. It's awful.
How I found this was there was a person that posted about his engagement. And he's like, here's how I learned my engagement from, here's how you can learn from my engagement experience in B2B sales. Somebody commented, just celebrate that you got engaged.
Yes, yeah. That's you should post that on Instagram, not LinkedIn. Ridiculous.
But yeah, it's r/LinkedIn Lunatics for anybody who's on Reddit and would like to see some of the tomfoolery that is occurring from that.
Good old Reddit. You gotta love Reddit, just being there to find the worst about everything.
Yep, but it's lovely. It's so much fun.
It is. And that's all we got for Say What and for the episode.
That is it Fort Pitt. Make sure you follow us on all of our social media. You can find it at beacons.ai/funnybusinesspod. There you find all the good social media. Mr. Matthew.
Ish.
What is your advice for the coworkers, the good people of the funny business world?
Make sure when you need to, you go to the doctor. If you're sick, take time, take some PTO, go get checked out. It's allergy season right now. You never know if it's just allergies or if you got a cold. I've been battling this for a few days now, so I told myself today, you know what? It's probably more than just allergies. Let me go to the doctor. That being said, I don't have a doctor's appointment until tomorrow. That's fine. But, just make sure we're taking care of ourselves. Eat healthy, stay hydrated, and take your vitamins, take the medicine. Also, listen to your doctor. If they tell you to take something, take it. To tell you not to take something, don't. And take care of ourselves.
And say your prayers. Eat your vitamins, say your prayers.
Yeah, eat your vegetables. Yeah, all that fun stuff.
All good in the hood. Well, thank you all so much for listening. And until the next time, we'll see you all in the next episode.
Stay safe, everyone.